After thanking the sharks for their kindness, the doctor and all his pets finally set off on their journey home. Their new ship was a beauty, swift with 3 striking red sails. As they glided out into the open sea, the animals eagerly scurried downstairs to explore every nook and cranny of their new home. The doctor, meanwhile, leaned on the rail at the back of the ship, a pipe gently held in his mouth. He watched the Canary Islands slowly disappear into the blue haze of the evening, his thoughts drifting to the monkeys they'd left behind and wondering what his own garden in Puddleby would look like after all this time. Just then, Dab Dab the duck came tumbling up the stairs, her face beaming, bursting with excitement. "Doctor," she quacked, "you have to see this. This pirate ship is absolutely beautiful. The beds downstairs are made of primrose silk with hundreds of fluffy pillows and cushions. The floors are covered in thick, soft carpets, and all the dishes are made of real silver, and the food, oh, the food. The pantry is like a magnificent shop. You've never seen anything like it. Just imagine those pirates kept 5 different kinds of sardines. You must come and see. Oh, and we found a little room with the door locked, and we are all going crazy, wondering what's inside. Jip is convinced it's where the pirates kept their treasure, but we can't get the door open. Please come down and see if you can let us in." So the doctor followed her downstairs, and he had to agree it truly was a magnificent ship. He found all the animals gathered around a small, mysterious door, chattering all at once, each guessing what treasure might lie behind it. The doctor tried the handle, but it was firmly locked, and so the great key hunt began. They searched everywhere. They looked under the welcome mat. They lifted every corner of every carpet. They rummaged through all the cupboards, drawers, and lockers. They even checked inside the big, ornate chests in the ship's dining room. While they were searching, they uncovered a trove of other wonderful things the pirates must have stolen. They found delicate cashmere shawls, as thin as a cobweb, embroidered with flowers of pure gold. They discovered jars of fine aromatic tobacco from Jamaica and intricately carved ivory boxes filled with Russian tea. There was an old violin with a broken string and a beautiful picture painted on its back. They found a grand chess set with pieces carved from coral and amber, and even a walking stick that concealed a sword when you pulled the handle. They unearthed 6 exquisite wine glasses with rims of turquoise and silver, and a lovely great sugar bowl made entirely of mother-of-pearl. But nowhere on the entire ship could they find a key that would fit that stubborn lock. Defeated for now, they all returned to the little door. Jip the dog pressed his eye to the keyhole, but something had been placed against the wall on the inside, blocking his view completely. As they all stood there, wondering what their next move should be, the wise old owl, Tutu, suddenly whispered, "Listen, I do believe there's someone in there." Everyone fell silent, straining their ears. After a moment, the doctor said, "You must be mistaken, Tutu. I don't hear a thing." "I'm sure of it," the owl insisted. "Itch. There it is again. Don't you hear that?" "No, I don't," said the doctor, a little puzzled. "What kind of a sound is it?" "I hear the sound of someone putting his hand in his pocket," said the owl. The doctor chuckled. But that makes hardly any sound at all. You couldn't possibly hear that out here. Pardon me, but I can, said Tutu with confidence. I tell you, there is someone on the other side of that door, and he just put his hand in his pocket. Almost everything makes some noise. You see, if your ears are only sharp enough to catch it. Bats can hear a mole walking in its tunnel under the earth, and they think they're good hearers, but we owls, we can tell you, using only one ear, the color of a kitten from the way it winks in the dark. Well, said the doctor, genuinely impressed. You surprise me. That's very interesting. Listen again and tell me what he's doing now. Tutu listened intently. I'm not sure yet, he said after a moment. If it's a man at all, it could be a woman. Lift me up and let me listen at the keyhole, and I'll soon tell you. So the doctor carefully lifted the owl and held him close to the lock of the door. After a few seconds, Tutu spoke. Now he's rubbing his face with his left hand. It is a small hand and a small face. It might be a woman. No. Now he pushes his hair back off his forehead. It's a man, all right. Women sometimes do that too, the doctor pointed out. True, the owl conceded, but when they do, their long hair makes a completely different sound. Make that fidgety pig keep still. Now, everyone hold your breath for a moment, so I can listen properly. This is very difficult, what I'm doing now, and this pesky door is so thick. Everybody be completely still, shut your eyes and don't breathe. Tutu leaned down and listened again. His concentration absolute. He stayed there for a long time, his head tilted. At last, he looked up into the doctor's face with a solemn expression and said, "The man in there is unhappy. He weeps. He has taken great care not to blubber or sniffle, so we wouldn't find out that he is crying. But I heard quite distinctly the sound of a single tear falling on his sleeve." Gub Gub, the pig, snorted. "How do you know it was only a drop of water falling from the ceiling on him?" Tutu looked at the pig with disdain. Sure, such ignorance. He sniffed. A drop of water falling from the ceiling would have made 10 times as much noise. Well, said the doctor, his voice filled with concern. If the poor fellow is unhappy, we absolutely have to get in and see what's the matter with him. Find me an axe and I'll chop the door down. Thank you for joining me for this part of the story. What do you think they'll find behind the door? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures with Dr. Dolittle and his amazing animal friends. See you next time.